Hello. What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about worship. Worship is something that we all do. We all know what it is. We all heard the word before, been to church. You worship your favorite athletes. Sometimes you worship yourself. You worship a car. Recently I've been hearing a lot about these Jordans. People are worshiping shoes. If I have this shoe, I'm significant. If I have this shoe, I'm good. And there's nothing wrong with the shoes, nothing wrong with fancying the product, because I love Wallabies. I have several different colors of Wallabies. Eventually I want to get all the colors, leather and suede. But the shoe doesn't make me who I am. The shoe was just a dream I had when I was a child that manifested itself recently. And now I'm in a position where I can buy these shoes. When I was young, I couldn't have these shoes, but I always wanted them. There's nothing wrong with that dream. There's nothing wrong with the product. There's nothing wrong with the shoe. Just like there's nothing wrong with Jordans. But the idea is worship. What do you really worship and why? I could explain the shoe and I could explain why I like the shoe. I love Wallabies, just like I also love Adidas. But if I don't have it, I'm not less of a person. I'm not becoming an Adidas person. This hat that I'm wearing is not Adidas. The shirt I'm wearing is custom made by a friend. But what I'm talking about is worship. What do you worship and why do you worship it? You gotta understand what worship is. To worship something is to behold something. To worship something is to become like it. To worship something is the equivalent of saying, if I don't have it, I'll die. So what do you worship? You worship your favorite rapper, your favorite athlete, preachers, teachers, school teachers, your mom, your uncle, grandfather, your father. What do you worship and why? Always be careful what you worship, because that is what you will become. That is what you begin to emulate. That is what people will see when you walk into a room. If you walk into a room and all people doing is talking about your shoes, there's something wrong with your life. Because that shoe has more impact on them than your life. There's something wrong with that. When I walk into a room, people don't talk about my watch. That every now and then they'll ask me about the shirt, but they're really interested in me. Even my Wallabies, I'm not defined by the Wallabies. I don't even wear them every day. Like I said, it's just a childhood dream I had, something I wanted when I was a child, and now I have a chance to get it. So, but what is it that you worship? When people see you, do you look like a rapper? Do you look like a singer? Do you look like a preacher? It's like I know a famous preacher who took on a protege. This protege was a former rapper. My wife and I watched this video. This guy looked, sound, talked, walked, dressed like, and even spoke the same words as his mentor, which means he worships his mentor, not Jesus Christ. Because when I look at you, I should see Jesus. When I look at you, I should see Jesus working in your life. So what is it that you worship? Do you look like, who do you look like? If you walk into a room, what do people think when they see you? Take that serious, because what you worship is what you will become. And when you become something other than what God designed you to be, you have a fake personality, you have a false persona, all your friendships are superficial. And even if you try to get married, it will be a disaster, because when the real you comes out, your wife may not even like you. Or if you're a woman and you're emulating someone else, your husband is not going to like you after a while because you're fake. The person you married is not the real you. The real you will eventually come out in his life. That's the way God designed it. You can't be fake forever. It's impossible. Pain, trials, tribulations, mishaps, injustice. This world is very unfair, and that pain will bring out the real you. There's not enough money and there's not enough drugs to diffuse the real you. You can't get high enough to hide the real you. It's not how God designed this game. So be careful what you worship, because the real you will come out. Don't build relationships on a fake you. Worship the true and the living God, and the real you will be exposed, and people will love you or hate you based on the real you. And it's better to be hated for the real you than love for the fake you.